Hello, I am back doing an energy reading for air signs. Air signs, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, content creators, bloggers, streamers, YouTubers, influencers. Take it how it resonates. Substacks, content creators, air signs, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. This video will be timestamped. We're starting with Aquarius. Messages for Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, air sign placements, content creators. What is it that they need to release as it relates to this Gemini full moon energies? What needs to be released? Content creators, air signs, Aqua, Gemini, and Libra. We're pulling for the top from this one. Pull another one. Alright, that's it. Okay. Alright, so this is for Aquarius placements. Aquarius content creators, what needs to be released during this Gemini full moon energy we're in. Against the clock, unlock your mind. What is this for Aquarius content creators? A lot of rushing without planning your content, your goals, what it is. And even if you don't want to sit down with it for days, at least before you hit record. The intro, middle, and the outro. Or even if you're like, well, I don't know what the outro is yet. But this is the intro in the middle. But you're dealing with the rush energies, possibly some type of partnership you recently connected with, maybe a brand partnership that for some has you burning the candle at both ends, but then for others is what I just said a minute ago. And then what is this? But this is like expand. You can do this, right? You can do this partnership, you can do what you're doing, whatever, but it's just like expand your mind, right? I'm getting closed-minded and some delegation needs to occur here, Aquarius. What else here? Moon feelings, Cancer energy. It's also creativity energy. You're feeling some kind of way though, like but I feel like a lot of it to do with you may just be a moody individual, Aquarius, and you know that about yourself. It's not your detriment, right? But maybe this partnership is causing you to create certain things that don't fit your mood, so you need to rework it. Because you agreed to this partnership, but I feel like you also want this partnership, right? That has you against the clock. Time flies. You know, you need to expand your mind on how to do this. If you are more productive in what they want you to do at this certain time, because your mood is this certain time, because sometimes you know what your mood is going to be, then you need to utilize that to your advantage. 11th house here. This is your energy, Aquarius, ruled by Uranus. Friendship, group, activity. I heard delegation. Some of these, with this partnership, because we got 6 equating to balance, and we got 30 here. And 3 is the seed. 3, 6. If this is something you manifested and you do the 3, 6, 9 method, or this method you resonate with, when we have community, friendship, you know, and I said delegate, unlock your mind, there are people that could do some of this for you, you know, that they don't do what you do, but they know how to do this certain thing. And I don't feel like you have to worry about them trying to take your spot either. You just pay them handsomely and what they're worth, because some people you're like, man, I know such and such, they don't even do this, they do it as a hobby, they ain't even trying to. But I know they, I mean, come on. Brandage. 5th house, performance, entertainment, passion. We got Leo here. Some people do a certain thing that is their passion. You know how to do it, right? They do it in a different way. They don't do it in the way you do it. But they have no problem with taking your ideas and creating it to fulfill this partnership here. So you need to release closed-mindedness and lack of teamwork, delegation. And they may not be on your team. It may just be an independent contractor thing. But utilize the skills, because there may be some things that you do, right? But they're not your passion, but you know how to do it. But somebody else, it is their passion. And you know they can take your ideas for this particular thing that is a passion of theirs. And it's just something you know how to do and that you committed to. And you can remove your feelings of, I don't feel like doing that. I don't, that's not really my thing. I just know how to do it. Hire them to do it. You just give them the ingredients and they make the cake. And yeah, there's some legalities involved, but pay them people. Don't be trying to be like, and I don't feel like you like this, but I feel like it needs to be said. When you ask them for this help, because it is the delegation, because you want to be able to give them ingredients and hit me up when it's ready for pickup, right? You're hiring them. 12th house, Pisces involved here, Neptune. Subconscious. You need to do some meditation. Unlock your mind here. Some meditation. So I don't even feel like you came to this awareness yet. And we got 11 and 12, but 5 came out first. We got Leo energy. What else is here in terms of what they need to release in the physical? Aquarius, air signs, content creators. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. But overall, some of this is about control. I mean, because we talk about people that are millionaires that are rich, right? Or perceived to be rich, right? They have status. They have a lot, some people we know own a lot of businesses. They don't do that all by themselves. They may have the idea, they may have the framework, and they pay somebody else to action it. Strength, Leo energy here. Courage, yeah. Passion. You're passionate about other things, right? And you can still get this done and fulfill this commitment. We got Leo, masculine energy here again. Strength. We got fire and fire. Vitality, warmth, success. I'm hearing you have arrived. What else? Yeah, 8 of Swords. You're in your head about what to do with this against the clock energy. Time flies. Do some meditation to unlock your mind with this Neptune energy to get in, to figure out how you can make this better for yourself. What's the result if this is not released for Aquarius content creators? What's the result if they do not release this control, this rushing energy, this non-delegation, this lack of meditation? What's the result if they do not release this during the Gemini full moon? Yeah, burdens. Burden, extra responsibility, hard work, completion, financial loss, lack mindset, loss, isolation, poverty, insecurity. It's going to take away from what you're already passionate about. Like I said, this might not be your passion, but it's part of this partnership and you know how to do it, right? But you prefer to do this other thing and somebody else can do. Like if you don't release this control, this not meditating to get clarity, this rushing energy, this, because whatever energy you go into creating something, that's what you're going to get out of it. So if you are doing this and it's like this not really a thing, but you committed instead of delegating, and you're like, I don't feel like it, whatever, I'm not in the mood, the work may suffer. And then you're over here in this financial loss. All right. Thank you, Aqua. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment. And then I have some specials going on. The links for that will be in the description box. All right, so we are doing Gemini now. Gemini content creators. This video is time stamped. Gemini content creators in terms of, let me just get into the energy, clear out the Aquarius energy messages, current energies for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter content creators. What is that they need to release in regards to this energy? It's Gemini full moon. Full moon is about releasing. Some people manifest, but it's a clearing. What is it that needs to be cleared out, released? Gemini content creators, podcasters, streamers, YouTubers, influencers, content creators. What does Gemini need to release? I'm hearing this is going to be short, so you may already know with this Gemini full moon. Might have been tossing your ass every which way, and it's like, look, all right, I'm going to let it go. I'm going to walk away, whatever it is, right? There it is. All aboard. Gemini. 7 divine number. What is this? I'm hearing get your family off your back. Some of them may have climbed up there. You know how little kids, you be sitting on the floor and they climb up on your back because they want to ride. They ain't even ask you. They just climb up there like, okay, you sitting here. You in position for me to mount you, right? Like a horse sometimes. And sometimes it's like literally on your neck, on your back. But you need to release some family members. You're carrying a lot with this all aboard. This red is denoting root chakra, which is ancestry, which is family, bloodlines, right? But you need to drop some folks off. Some people ain't carrying their weight. It's a burden. I'm hearing you may have started having neck issues, Gemini content creators. What is this? What else is going on? There may be a Sag involved, or you've acquired this family, because some of them may not even be blood, through travel, or maybe you need to do some more travel, or every time you travel they want to come aboard, right? But you are footing the whole thing. Aquarius energy here, Capricorn energy here, Pisces energy here, Virgo, Taurus energy here, assets, ruler Venus, relationships, Mercury, Neptune with Pisces here, revolution, wisdom. Hold on. They feel like you're the way, you're the ticket, you're the key, especially with this alchemist energy. You could have Virgo in your chart, or Virgo in your 6th house, or Virgo in your 3rd house. Both of y'all ruled by Mercury though. But this it's giving like some type of alchemization with this witchy vibes here. Curatorial, perfectionist. They feel like you got it, so it's giving heavily coattails, but this may be family, like they just want to ride your wave, right? Material world, possessions, finance, luxury, Taurus energy. They don't want to do the work. But this is about to change with this Aquarius revolution energy. Rebellious. We're gonna make some changes. There's gonna be some requirements. If you want to stay on this voyage, or you want to stay on this ride, you're gonna have to do X, Y, Z. And so you're getting them off your back. It's like you walk your own path. You ride your own plane. I'm gonna help you help yourself. Some people gonna do well with that. Some people ain't. It's like, how bad do you want it? If you don't want it bad enough to do it yourself, how could you want mine? 11th house here, the edge. 11th house is Aquarius energy again, Gemini. You may want to check out the Aquarius reading. Friendship group activities, because delegation, this came out for them in terms of delegation. So I feel like you're going to help these family members, right? Bottom of the deck, very maternal. I mean, if you letting them ride your wave, that is a bit of nurturing, giving. That's masculine energy. Maternal, feminine, Cancer, moon energy is receiving, right? This is the bottom of the deck, right? This is the future. Healing, intimacy. Like, once you drop this off, you're going to get closer to yourself, right? Because some of y'all is just tired of carrying the burdens. What else is here? The Gemini, in terms of what they need to release. Gemini content creators for this Gemini full moon. I was about to say Virgo full moon. Sorry. Gemini. Past life, soul connection, familiarity. Yeah, but we got that 6 with that balance. What the hell? Yeah, egoism, lack of confidence, unpopular discredit, private achievement. So there might have been a moment that triggered some things here in this past life, nostalgic energy, that had you in your ego, that had you disenfranchised or not liked by the collective at the moment, right? And you went where you're comfortable with family, right? But some things have changed. And I feel like going back to, because sometimes finding your way back will help with creativity, passion, new opportunities and projects, growth. So it served you to be back there in a space with family like that. And that's something you like anyway, but it's like now some of them is just a using energy. Not like, hey, can you help me? They want to use. Like, there's partnership. But this is partnership, is business. But I always feel like this one is trying to push the cup into their hands when they already have it. And it's just like, take what I give you, you know. But I feel like this was the past. But I feel like what's going to happen if this is not released? If the because it's becoming a burden. Like I say, your neck may be hurting. Here and there, right? Especially after you speak or interact or you're in space with family members or family, because they ain't always got to be blood, right? It could be your day ones. What's gonna happen if this is not released for Gemini? Because these are not necessarily bad cards, but 6 of Wands, this is triumphant success, public recognition, and we're talking about you're a content creator, right? It's in the reverse. So there was some type of, you know, some type of fall from grace, but it got you back on. But then it's just like, okay. And it's just like, well, we helped you. It's like, that's what family does. But it ain't like you went to them. You was just being in space with them because you felt more safe. And it's your family. Like and it's a blessing to feel safe around your family. But there are some vultures. Some ain't, and some they're kinfolk, right? But, you know, and they may be blood relatives, but they may not be your soul tribe. So, some of y'all feel like, well, this is going to separate the men from the boys, the women from the girls, in terms of this 8 here, that you're going to be like, all right, I'm going to give you, you're going to get off my back, and I'm going to give you what you need to do you. I'm going to help you do you, and we'll see what you do with it. Some people you may just be giving money to, right? And it's like, all right, see what you do with it. Like, you know, some people may just trick it off. Some people may do something with it. But you've arrived and the destination is complete. This all aboard is over with, right? Wheel of Fortune, new phase, good luck, karma, life cycles, partnership, love, harmony, balance. This is what you're coming into, your soul tribe. This is a balancing out of yourself too, because we have the Gemini here. So balancing out of yourself, but it's also, and when I say yourself, I mean your masculine and feminine energy. But it's also welcoming in new partnerships, better partnerships, your soul tribe, those who are aligned with you and your purpose. Yeah, so I asked what's going to happen if this is not released, but it's just like that's not an option, I feel like I say, you're already like, all right, cool, because this is the wisdom, responsibility, things of that nature. But Saturn represents the number 8, which could be karmic and abundant. This is a malevolent planet, right? Scaffolding, self-control, but it's a karmic planet, right? So it's just like, this ain't about karma, but I'm gonna give you what you need, and we're gonna see what you do with it, and then that's gonna be the end of it. Anything else? Yeah, this is what's gonna happen, because I keep asking if you don't release this, but it's like, no, you're just like, no, this is done. My neck hurting. I mean, because they riding you, like I said, they mounting you. Every time they need something, they calling you, Gemini. And it's like, hold on, when did I become your mama, your bank? What you doing for yourself? I'm sorry. All right, that's what I have for you, Gemini placements. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment. Good luck with everything. I have some readings and services on special. You can check that out in the description box. This video is time stamped, and now we are on to Libra. Thank you. All right, so Libra placements. Let me just clear the energy for Gemini, because I'm time stamping this video, and we're gonna get into messages. Messages for Libra content creators, Libra placements. What is it they need to release as it relates to this Gemini full moon? Libra placements, content creators, what needs to be released? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Libra placements, content creators, what needs to be released as it relates to this Gemini full moon? Content creators, streamers, influencers, bloggers, content creators. Libra, what needs to be released as it relates to this Gemini full moon for Libra content creators, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Doing one card. Too many hats. 36 equating to a 9. This is giving solar plexus. Too many hats. Too many hats. This is giving task. What is this for Libra? You need to cut down on some things. What are you doing? What are you focused on? And that could change quarterly. Maybe even monthly if it's small tasks. But it's giving you spreading yourself too thin. What is this in the physical here? For Libra content creators. 222 may have been coming up for you. What is this in the physical? Yeah, you got a lot out there, and you're nervous about it, but it's just like you have to give it time to sprout with this long-term view, these manifestations, this work, these streams of income, these pinnacles, this money in the 3D. Negative thoughts, self-imposed. Like, you've already put it out there. So it's like now you're trying to do more. And it's like you need to let that do what it's going to do first. Options. This is what you're doing it for. You want options. 777. More than provided for. Right? It is coming, but are you going to be able to see it with all these hats? But I'm hearing distractions. Some of this is you constantly doing the same thing over and over and nothing has come of it. So there is some of it. I forgot what they call it. Like in culinary, they would call like a menu item. Forgot what they would call it when it wasn't selling. So it's like you've done this over and over. You tweaked it. You've done this. So maybe you need to. It's just like I see you trying to put a block into a round hole. A square peg into a round hole. Like it's not going to work. There's an imbalance. Self-care, unpaid debts, right? Something has become destructive with this square peg round hole. This could be a plethora of things, but there's an imbalance in self-care. I'm hearing you have to hold yourself up. Respect, leadership, stability. You want this. You want this guidance. You don't necessarily want to embody this, right? You want this in partnership. Maybe you resonate more with the Empress than the Emperor, right? But you still have to fortify this, strengthen your own masculine Emperor energy. This is Aries energy, by the way, Libra. There's 6 of Pentacles in reverse. It's just giving misguided. What is this Devil, though, in the physical? I'm hearing addictions. But most people think addictions, they think drugs, alcohol. Addictions can be so many things. You could be addicted to getting your nails done. You could be addicted to coffee. You may even do your own nails, but you're addicted to it, right? You have to have strength over this. But I feel like some of you are addicted to other people's strength, their light, instead of cultivating your own. You may want to check out the Gemini reading for content creators. Instead of cultivating your own, ultimately you want this 10 of Pentacles, though. You want this wealth, right? You know, because you're trying to cultivate your own, right? But it's just like you're not adding to your own light. Or you are at times, but then you're distracted by somebody else's. It's like, ooh, shiny things, new. Child. That's real specific. But you need to unburden yourself with some things. Some things that you've done, you've revamped, you've changed, and they're still not working, or they're not working in the demographic that you want them to work in. What else is here? But too many hats. 36 equating to a 9. Something is complete. Something needs to be released. I do feel like it is to do with like work. I mean, too many hats usually denotes you got a lot going on. And we got mostly Pentacles out here. We got a Cup here, but mostly Pentacles out here. Fourth house, roots. Yeah, Pentacles, foundation, security and stability. Fourth house, ruled by Cancer energy, the moon. You could have Cancer in your chart, and that may be the too many hats. The reason why. The reason why you get distracted by shiny, glittery things, right? Sitting in space with yourself and cultivating your own consistently without the distractions, right? And some of y'all feel like, well, you know, I garner towards other people's life because I get ideas. And it's just like, okay, that's cool. But you got a lot of ideas here that you haven't even completed or fully thought out or ones that are not serving you, and you keep focused on that in this space, and it's not, you need to let it go. And we got Leo, the lover here. This is highly to do with love of self. Love of self, love of your passion, your creativity. What happens if this is not released? There's too many hats. However, this is resonating with Libra. What's the outcome if this is not released? Get him getting 222. There's an offer, creativity here. You're walking away. Disappointment. I'm hearing burnout. You may want to take a break from this. You may decide to take a break. There's an offer to take a break here. You trying to force something to work and keep on these hats is possibly going to drain you to the point where it may be an offer that comes in trying to help you, partnership, you know, in the beginning stages of collaboration, and then they walk away in disappointment because you can't fulfill your end of the bargain, or they walk away with just what was for you because you're distracted. And they like, oh, okay, well, you ain't taking this serious anyway, so I'm going to take this. I brought this. I'm going to take this, too, because you ain't doing nothing with it, even if it's yours. Then mental clarity is going to come in. This aha, this breakthrough success. The mind is going to sharpen again. I mean, because you are an air sign, right? And you're going to move into this energy. So it may be a hard lesson, but it is a lesson that you still will prevail. All right? And that may just be the way you need to learn. You could be a knucklehead, Libra. All right, thank you. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comments.